Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mohammad Jahangir Alam, Assistant Teacher, Cantonment Public School and College, Saidpur. I am back with another class, which is class 5, Science, Elementary Science, English version. Okay, so our today's topic is environmental pollution. In our last class, we learned about our environment, and today we will be learning about our environment pollution. Okay, so let's start the class. Environmental pollution. We used to live in an environment. We used to live in a place which we call our environment. But dear learners, we all know that we are polluting our environment in various ways. So, as we are polluting our environment, that process is known as environmental pollution. So, let's have a look. I am showing you here the picture which is known as industrialization. So, what has had happened due to industrialization? Industrialization is a process which is the most responsible for environmental pollution. How the industrialization is doing the pollution? Look, as the number of people increasing day by day, it is called overpopulation, and due to overpopulation we have to build different type of houses, industries, factories. That particular infrastructure building is known as industrialization, and due to industrialization the emission of different type of gases from different factories, the emission of different type of chemical substances from different factories, they are mixing with the natural substances with our environment and polluting our environment. So, if you ask that what is environmental pollution, or if you want to know what is environmental pollution, then we have to say that, look, environmental pollution is the addition of harmful or poisonous substances into the environment. So, I am repeating, environmental pollution is the addition of harmful things or substances into the environment. So, what is the most important reason for environmental pollution? That is industrialization. So, industrialization is one of the main causes of environmental pollution. Okay, another thing, that is burning of fossil fuel. As we are burning fossil fuel, so what is happening? The emission of gases, emission of different type of gases, that is polluting our environment. Okay, so we all know that we are facing the environmental pollution, that is the most dangerous or threatening problem nowadays, environmental pollution. So now we should learn about the important questions for PEC exams related to the previous slide. Okay, so in my last class I haven't told you that what are the important questions or what are the important question pattern for PEC examination. As you all know that there are two types of questions that used to come in PEC exam. First is short question, that will be 15 short question of 2 marks, and CBQ, that is competency based question, that will be you have to write 8 question, that each question consists 6 marks. Okay, so what will be the question that can come from that topic? What is environmental pollution? Okay, look, the first question is, what is environmental pollution? Okay, I discussed it a little while ago. Okay, then what is industrialization? I also discussed about industrialization. Then what is fossil fuel? Okay, then write 2 or 3 or 4 causes of environment. If the question demands you to write two causes of environmental pollution, then it will be for 2 marks, then it will call as short question. But if it asks you for 3 or 4 points, then it will be considered as competency based question. Okay. Next, look, as the environment is getting polluted day by day, so what is happening due to environmental pollution? We all know that environment is polluting every day. So what are the effects that are coming towards us due to the environmental pollution? Look, effects on environmental pollution. Okay, so we know that we are polluting the environment, and due to environmental pollution, what is happening? A very crucial thing is happening, that is called global warming. And due to global warming, the temperature of the weather is increasing day by day. And due to that temperature, what is happening? The ice or the glaciers are melting down. So due to the melting down of the ice or glaciers, what is happening? The untimely flood is occurring. Different type of natural calamities are occurring. We have to face different type of natural calamities due to the environmental pollution. Okay, then it is causing different type of diseases. As the environmental is polluting, the water is polluting, the air is polluting, so people are being affected by airborne disease, people are being affected by waterborne disease. As we know that we are suffering from our airborne disease, which is known as COVID-19, we are going through. Okay, so another thing, that due to the water pollution, we have skin problems, skin diseases. We will learn it a little bit later. When we will learn the types of environment pollution, then we will learn what harm is causing us by water pollution, what harm is causing us by air pollution, what harm is causing us by sound pollution. Okay, so dear students, as you can see that the average temperature of the earth is increasing. So what is happening? What is happening? Lot of problems, lot of environmental imbalance is happening. For that reason we are suffering a lot. Okay, so we are moving forward to the next thing. So now we will learn about the types of pollution. What are the types of pollution? Look, the first one is air pollution, the second one is water pollution, the third one is soil pollution, and the fourth one is noise pollution. Okay, so what we will call the definition of air pollution? The definition of air pollution will be mixing harmful substances or harmful gases into the air is known as air pollution. Then what will be water pollution? Mixing harmful chemicals, garbages and waste materials into the water will known as water pollution. Then what will be soil pollution? As our farmers and our farmers use different type of agricultural chemicals or fertilizers that is mixing with the soil, and that is polluting our soil, that is known as soil pollution. And noise pollution, as we know that the population is increasing day by day, so as the number of vehicles are increasing in the roads, and what are they doing? They are polluting the environment by making sound. Not only the vehicles, but also the industrial factories, they are also making sounds and polluting the environment. So let's learn elaborately about different type of pollution. So the first type is what? Air pollution. So let's learn about air pollution. Okay, so types of pollution as we are discussing. So air pollution. Air pollution is the addition of harmful gases, dust particles, smokes or odor into the air. Okay, so the question will come in your PEC exam, what is air pollution? Then what are the causes of air pollution? So dear students, you know that what are the causes of air pollution? The addition of harmful gases which is emitted by the industries, factories, vehicles. Okay, then we are using fossil fuel, burning of fossil fuel, that is also producing different type of gases, that is also adding with our air, environmental air, and causing air pollution. So what will happen if the air pollution will occur? What will happen? We will inhale the what? The dirty gases or the polluted gases, and that will cause us with different type of diseases. First of all, we will be affected by lung cancer. So polluted air is very much harmful for our lungs. So the people will be affected by lungs cancer. Look, lung cancer. Then we will also be affected by different type of diseases which is known as respiratory disease. Okay, so now we are moving forward to the next topic. Okay, so you can see the next topic is water pollution. So as I told you a little while ago that water pollution is the addition of harmful substances into the water is known as water pollution. Okay, water pollution is caused by what? Harmful gases or chemicals or different type of garbages, waste material, what we used to throw into the water, or the sewage water that are also mixing with the natural sources of water, that is ponds, lakes, rivers, and polluting that natural source of water. As you can see on the picture, there is a source of water, and people are washing their clothes, people are washing their different type of necessary things. Then the people are getting bath at the same time as their kettles also. So what will happen if we do multiple activities in the natural sources of water? The water will get polluted, and due to the pollution, what will happen? If we use that polluted water, we will be very much in danger. So what will be the danger? The danger is we will be affected by different type of waterborne diseases. So what are the waterborne diseases? That are diarrhea, cholera, typhoid. Okay, we will be affected by that type of diseases. And not only that, if the natural water sources are polluted, what will happen? The living things that live on that particular natural source, on that particular habitat, what will happen? They will die. There will be a break or there will be a break in the chain of their food. So it will destroy the natural habitat of that living beings. Okay, so next one. Important question from air pollution and water pollution. Okay, so what is air pollution? Right, two causes and two effects of air pollution. I discussed two causes and two effects of water pollution. Okay, now what is water pollution? Right, two causes and two effects of water pollution. I beg apology, I said water pollution first. So first will be air pollution and the second one will be water pollution. This two question is very, very important for your upcoming PEC exam. So make a note of it and practice at home, and inshallah you will do well in the examination. Okay, so what is acid rain? Okay, acid rain. Look, when the harmful gases of the industries mixes with the atmosphere, so what happens? It reacts with the atmospheric water vapor and forms a rain which is known as acid rain, which is the rain which is known as acid rain, that is very, very harmful for the environment. Okay. So what is global warming? We know that what is global warming. Due to the environmental pollution, the average temperature of the earth is increasing, that is creating global warming. Okay, so now we will learn about soil pollution. As I told you a little while ago, that mixing harmful chemicals into the soil or harmful things into the soil is known as soil pollution. So what is written here? Soil pollution is the contamination of soil with harmful things. So how does the soil is being polluted? When our farmers spraying chemicals or applying different type of chemical fertilizers on their land, on their cultivable land, what happens? That chemical mixes with the soil and pollutes the soil. And for that reason, when we eat that type of food, that when they're using that fertilizer or chemical fertilizers on that particular crop, when we're eating them, we are getting affected by different type of diseases. Okay, and not only that, applying too much fertilizer, applying too much insecticides or pesticides on the crop will not only cause soil pollution, but also it will make an imbalance on the environment. Okay, so it both causes soil pollution as well as air pollution. Okay, so moving forward to the next one. Look at this, dear student. Another very, very important pollution, that is noise pollution. We know that our world is getting overpopulated day by day as the number of people increasing. So what is happening? The number of people increasing, so does the number of vehicles, so does the number of residents. So as the number of vehicles is increasing, as the number of industries are increasing due to the overpopulation, what is happening? The industries, the noise of the industrial machines as well as the vehicles which are creating a lot of noises. Not only that, when we used to play music loudly in our houses, that can also make sound pollution. So we have to be careful about that. We should not play music loudly so that it cannot hamper us as well as it can hamper others. Okay, so what will happen if we are affected by sound pollution or noise pollution? We will be affected by a disease which is known as heart attack. Okay, then it can also make sleep disruption. Do you know what is sleep disruption? That means it can hamper your sleeping. Okay, so these are the disease or these are the problems that can happen due to sound or noise pollution. Okay, next one. Look at this important question for PEC. Look, now the last time we read about two important pollution. What are those? The first one was soil pollution and the second one was noise pollution. So, soil pollution. What is soil pollution? Write two causes and two effects of soil pollution. This will be a CBQ question. CBQ means competency based question. Look, what is sound pollution? Write three harmful impacts of sound pollution on human health. This is a previous question of PEC. So, this is very, very important for all the PEC applicants for the next year. Okay, write 2 steps for preventing sound pollution. Okay, if I ask you that what will be the answer of this last question, write 2 steps for preventing sound pollution, what will be the answer? Okay, the answer will be, if we create awareness among the people to not play music loudly, or if we keep continuing raising awareness among the roads that the driver should not keep their horn on in the important roads, or they should not use loud horns during they drive their vehicles. So that is the important awareness that we can raise among the people so that we can stop sound pollution or noise pollution. Okay, dear students, look at this. The next topic is conservation of our environment. As we are living beings, we live in an environment. If we want to live in our environment happily, so we have to protect our environment, and that is known as conservation of environment. So what is conservation of our environment? Look, environmental conservation is the sustainable and wise use and protection of natural environment. Look, I am just giving you the idea what is wise use. If we use our industrial machines or factories, that they should not use chemicals which affects the environment, then what will happen? That our environment will be safe. We should not make sound, we should not play music loudly. That will be save us from sound pollution. We should not apply more fertilizers or chemicals in our soil so that it can save us from soil pollution. So that is what known as wise use and protection of natural environment. If we use all the natural resources wisely, then our natural environment must be protected. So how can we conserve our natural environment? We have to follow 3 R's. Do you know what is 3 R's? 3 R's means reduce, reuse and recycle. So what is reduce? We are using natural resources, so we have to reduce the uses of natural resources. If we use the natural resources unwisely, what will happen? They will finish one day and then we will not get them again. So we have to make use of them very, very wisely. So what should we do? What can we do to reduce the use of our natural resources? Look, water is a kind of natural resource. So when we are using water, we have to be very, very careful that we are not wasting our water. We should not keep the tap open when we are not using it. We should not use extra water when we are bathing or we are doing anything else with the water. So that's how we can save water. Okay, so that is known as reduce. Reuse, we should use our different household products or different household elements, that if it has the chances to reuse, we must reuse it so that it will make less pressure on the waste material. Okay, so and recycle. You know, recycling has now been one of the most important invention of modern science. So we will focus on recycling also, so that the garbages, the waste material will be reduced in our locality or certainly in our world. Okay, so look, what can we do else? Dumping of garbages into the proper places. If we put the garbage or waste material into the proper places, then what will happen? There will be no environmental pollution, no air pollution, no soil pollution. Okay, so throwing out waste or garbages into the proper place, that is a very, very important ways to conserve our environment. Okay, another thing, by reducing the use of electricity. Look, when we are outside our room, if we keep the lights on or the fans on, what will happen? It is nothing but simply the waste of electricity. So we have to be careful using electricity. We should not keep on the lights and fans when we are not using them. We must keep them off. And if we went out, we must switch off all the lights and fans and necessary things which is not in need then. Okay. So another thing, turning off the lights, as I said, 3 hours I said. So the important thing is oils, chemicals and industrial garbages that should be put into the proper places, or we should recycle them so that they cannot harm the natural sources like waters and airs. If they mix with them, they will pollute them. So we have to be careful about their recycling. Okay, so from this particular thing, we can say another very, very important topic, another very, very important point. What is that? If we want to protect our environment, we have to plant trees more and more. If we cannot plant trees more and more, then what will happen? Our environment will get polluted day by day. So plants is the only thing that can save us from environmental pollution. Okay, so the important questions regarding the previous slides. Okay, so what is environmental conservation? Write 4 ways of environmental conservation. As I said, that is very, very important. This is a very, very important question. So what is meant by 3 R's? As I told you, I am repeating again. 3 R's means reduce, reuse and recycle. And reduce, if we follow 3 R's, what will happen? There will be less chance of environmental pollution. So if we want to reduce environmental pollution, we have to follow 3 R's. Okay. So that was all about today's lecture 2, and I will be back with another lecture very soon. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.